Hey everyone, and thanks for joining me. My name is X, and today I'll be showing you some of my ideas that are a must-have in every base. Keep in mind that this is just my opinion. Not having these still leads to a great gaming experience. Before starting your base though, begin leveling out an area to build. Typically I'll pick the meadows biome. It's the most calm and you'll find a more open area than just building in like the Black Forest and stuff. Obviously a lot of places have their ups and downs, but I feel as if the meadows just provides that safety. If you build in the Black Forest, I was constantly getting raided, just getting attacked by mobs in the woods, harvesting anything. I could just be picking berries and it would happen. So for our first build here, it's going to be a wagon cart entrance, and basically it's just a house that you're going to use as your main entrance. Design it however you want. I just threw down something really quick. So yeah, basically wagons are a pain in the ass to maneuver, and this just helps the transition of bringing all your goods into your base, having your drop chests. I'll show a clip of how to stack chests really fast. All you're going to do is tightly squeeze the 1x1 floor panel above the chest. Go back to your chests, place them on, make it nice, symmetrical. I ran out of wood, but whatever, you get the point. I like to go to the repair hammer just so I don't have an object flying around the cursor. It makes it easier to see and target things. And then you're just going to remove that flooring piece and the chest will stay. So you could stack it up as many times as you want, design it however you want, but basically you could go up. I'm sure you could even do it on the roof somehow. So for the second idea, I didn't want to go too crazy on my build. Again, I just want to get this, example out there, but you can actually hide. If you don't like the look of these things, you can just keep it inside of a workshop, and I can actually show you how. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to start off with a 1 2 3 4 by a 1 2 3 4, but you'll leave out the center. And then so basically I use the little cursor, like the aiming cursor, and so basically I'm trying to aim it right at this corner. And what will happen is it will be able to visually be on top of wood. I'll do the same for the smelter. I see it as like kind of like a face, like a fish, like a weird fish head with its mouth here and its tongue. So on the circle eyeball is where you put your ores, and then the square one is where you put your coal. And then the exit will just slide right out, right in front. And then to get the full effect of it being inside, you just spin that in, slap it, and then slap it there. And now you have it encased in a building. But I feel like this is a really good must-have in the base that you create. All right, number 3 is going to be having a room devoted to being a kitchen. I would recommend nothing smaller than this. Maybe you could go one length shorter, but to have all your food in the same box is, I don't know, something I do. I keep everything organized. That's why I fall in love with these games so fast. So I'm doing the 6 cooking stations. You can put 2 per 1 fire, and it will work. Standing here, you won't get burnt. You will not have the smoke debuff, and you're standing close enough that the food item that cooks on the back will magnetize to your inventory. And basically, I like to label everything, and so instead of removing the floor that's right in between both the chests, you can just leave it there and then label whatever you want in here. And so basically all you do is you aim at the floor piece, pop it down, and you can label it. So for example, I don't know, you could put berries here, but for whatever reason, I like to put my likes in this chest, and then I like to put my comments in this chest specifically. And then here down below, I just put my subscriptions just to have them all there, Number 4 is enclosing your dock, mostly for protection, but the ability to have chests out here as well, where they won't take weather damage. Super good as well, just for dumping loot that you take from your boat, pop it in, and you're back out in the seas. Yeah, highly recommend this one as well. Number 5 is for your outposts. Sooner or later, you'll have portals to go around the map. Keep your bed next to them. It's just something that makes sense. You'll never forget to set your respawn point at your outpost just in case you die and you know, you need a faster way to get back to your body. Number 6 will be the moat or the trench. All you have to do is just dig from the water and start digging back out. I started over here as well. I have dug out where the water meets a level where you basically get knocked into swimming here. And what you do is you'll pull out your pickaxe, and because I'm at this specific depth, what will happen is as I hit the ground, it will just continue to dig at that level I have currently. I'll knock some more down and prompt that swimming animation, and then that means the mobs will do the same thing. Be sure to have your own little exit. I'll use this to level the ground, so I have a nice little pathway here. Again, digging it down so I hit the swimming animation. And there you go. You have yourself your moat. Number 7, last but not least, your multi-level shooting tower. Strictly for defense, you know, this is looking pretty good. We have our moat, we have our wall. But if we do end up getting a door raid, you know, you can always come up here. You got vision, you're just laying shots into the brutes and the shamans. Just laying back here and landing shots on all these boars or whatever from the safety of your base. All right, so here's a little tip for those who don't know it. With a fireplace, going into crafting with the cooking station, you can line it up so that 2 cooking stations can go over one fire and cook both things. And to stop yourself from running into it and getting burned, you throw the 2-meter beams up at the top and bottom, and you can full sprint at this and you will not get burned. All right, tip number 2 on fire. I've watched a few videos now, and people have these really well done kitchens or just areas where they have fires on the inside of their house, and they can't explain why the fire pit will go out randomly in some spots. Like there was one guy who had like 5 wide with just a bunch of cooking utensils or whatever. What are these called again? Cooking stations and cauldrons placed on a whole bunch of them. Big row with a very compact hood vent, so to speak. Basically it just pulls all the smoke out just like in regular kitchens. It's because they kept it too compact with the 26-degree thatch roof. It doesn't act as if it's like too much. It's not enough airflow, pretty much. Doesn't allow smoke debuff to happen in your house. You can't get burnt, and it also doesn't look half bad. You can also do it whatever way you want, but to make sure that it works, it has to be indoors with this build. And obviously there would be the roofs here. I'm not going to do it all, but you get my point. Just move this shit over here. So if I were to extend this, I would just stack the fires like so. Grab the cooking stick things, keeping them nice and compact. Taking the beams, placing them along here. Sorry for struggling. And there you have it. You can have, what do I have? I've got 6 cooking stations. I cannot catch on fire. I cannot get the debuff. They will never go out because it's going to be fully roofed, fully walled, and you're giving enough space for the exhaust to actually escape. All right, so tip number 3, I was building and I fell off, or I ran out of materials and I don't really have a way back up. Just grab the 45-degree beam and just use it as scaffolding. No need for using these stairs or ladders or whatever to get up onto places when the beam works just as well, and you could stack it as high as you want and use it to go up and down. If you, I personally, like when I'm building, I hate that this is, if I'm targeting something, the wall is still there. Just go to the repair mod here. It's in every single, page on the top left, and now you just have a free cursor to break whatever you want and still have vision. Next tip here, it's actually, I've tried it a few times. It's pretty difficult, but you're able to get this ogre to swing at trees, and like so, he knocks him down. The last tip for this video. So obviously at the beginning of the game you will not be able to chop oak, but what you'll do is you're going to chop this until it hits the point of becoming a log, but you can actually manipulate the next log that you chop down. Maybe not perfectly every time, but you can continuously make logs, and as they keep falling, they have the chance of falling on top of each other and damaging, like you can see all the numbers pop up there. So if I chop down this birch, what will happen is this log should hit this log, which will hit that tree, which stops this log from just being stuck, and all of them crumble down, and basically it's just free damage. Makes things go by faster. The one thing about this though is this tree is stuck on this branch. Do not stand underneath here and chop this tree down, otherwise the log will crush you. You have to stand on the opposite side of it. Let's try and... Oh, I would have died. 2 logs there. All the damage. See, I only had to hit that once, and more trees, more trees. Chain effect, domino effect. Whoa, I almost got crushed there. If you've made it this far, I will insist on giving creative criticism, as this is my first video I've ever made. If you have any advice on creating a better viewing experience, please do not be shy. Let me know what I can do in the comments below. Thanks, and have a great day.